All right, everybody, welcome to March 2021 already. Mike, can you believe it? Yes, indeed, we are practicing and respecting the protocols for the COVID-19. What a year we had last year. And again, Mike, everything's, people are asking questions already. And again, you're getting ready to get this off and running.
Last year was a record year for us because nobody could go to Puerto Vallarta. Nobody can travel, so everybody's going to Puerto Vallarta.
I love that so much. They could have their own villa in their own backyard.
It was an incredible year. Like a lot of people, I'm sorry for a lot of people, especially in the restaurant business and stuff like that. It sucks. But in this kind of business, nobody can go anywhere. So now everybody wants to do their backyards, make it look nice. Actually, we're doing interlocking brick last year.
Yes. I've seen the work.
We started doing it last year. What a beautiful job that
Yes.
job we did together there.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I was a little. I was like, woof! And then we saw the finished product, and the customer was just like, oh my God!
Yeah,
you know?
very, and you know, I was very lucky to come and witness that and see the work that you guys do. And the guys, again, as I say, very good workers, hard workers. You don't have to tell these guys what they do. They're hungry for the job, and they're glad to be coming out and satisfying the customer, as is bolt fences and decks.
Yeah. And you know what? All my guys are they're very polite. They're there to make the customer happy, because the way I have trained my guys is make the customer happy. Make them so happy that they're going to tell all their friends. But it's just everything to me is about wow.
Yeah.
When we're done the job, watch the customer's face and watch them go, wow.
Yeah, what an enlightening thing.
Is so nice. It's even better than what I visualized, and that's what I look for.
Absolutely.
Make them go, wow.
Well, again, with March here already, and again, the phones are ringing. We certainly, when people do call you, some of the questions that they're going to be asking, as I've got it right in front of me, is one of the things, when they call, do they actually get a person or do they get an answer machine?
A lot of places you're going to call, you're going to be getting voicemail. And a lot of places. I've gotten jobs just because somebody answered the phone. It's like, I've called everywhere. I just keep getting answering machines. You guys answered the phone. Can you come out and give me a quote? And it's like, it's amazing how, like, just put somebody on the phone. It's like, I have Angie on the phone. Angie is like, I get a lot of compliments on Angie too. It's like, oh my God, she's so polite. She's so knowledgeable. All that kind of stuff. But she's like, she was in the service industry for a long time, and she knows how to treat customers.
Yes, and Angie's your wife, just so the people that
my
don't
wife.
And co-owner of the business, of course. So it's a family-owned business, and it is a pleasure. And I've known Angie from the service business when she was working at the Hilton Hotel. That's where she did work.
Yep.
And very, very grateful. And that's how we became friends.
Yeah, but what people want is answers. All they want is like, can you do the job? You know, if they want me to build a brick wall 72 feet high and 600 miles wide, sorry Trump, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But I can make your house look really nice and your property look really nice, and that's...
Well, there's nothing better than to have somebody that you can talk to. I know through the protocols that we've had with the shutdowns that have had to do everything online. It's very, very difficult for some of us older folks. I can say older because I'm now 65. Some of the other things, what about listening to your gut feeling? Like, you know...
Oh, you know what? Listen to your gut. A lot of times people don't listen to their gut and they say, my God, I should have listened to my gut. Because you get a guy to come down to your house and you get that gut feeling. It's like, is this guy up to something? Or, like, you know, can I trust him?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing about both. Yeah, I have never had a person unhappy with their job.
Well, it's pretty difficult when you're number one company.
Ever.
Yeah.
Now, how many companies can say that?
Yeah.
You know, I've had companies that came by and just they don't even show up.
Wow.
And you know, they should have listened to their gut, and or the job they did was just
Yeah.
Just bad.
So what about suggestions? Some people were asking about Kijiji and other social media.
You know, there are good contractors on Kijiji. I'm not going to put them down, but there's some bad ones too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take that chance? You know, flip the coin. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad. You know, just be very careful about who you're hiring, and like I said before, listen to your gut.
Yeah.
But just be very careful who you're hiring.
Well, you don't want to gamble with your money, that's for sure nowadays. And again, so I'm guessing that in that instance, then reviews would be very important at that stage.
Reviews are everything.
Mm-hmm.
Reviews are everything to a company. To me, it's all about the reviews. What are people saying about bolt fences and decks? What are people saying, period? Were they on time? You know, we're about 4 to 6 weeks out. And if we say we're going to start on Wednesday, well, sometimes the weather might get a little bit screwy and you can't, we're supposed to start on Wednesday, but it rained Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
And guess what? We're going to be a couple days late, but at least you're going to get a phone call to say, some things got tied up a little bit, and we're going to be 2 days late.
Right.
We'll at least give you the courtesy of a phone call. Some companies won't even, we just show up we'll be there when we're there.
Well, I think that's important. Then it gives the people a chance to prepare.
And the thing is, we have never had a bad review.
Wow.
I've never had a bad review. About any work we've done, never had a bad review.
Where would they go to find your reviews, Mike?
You can go on Facebook reviews and stuff like that. But the thing about Facebook is, if we don't like it, we can always take it off or whatever. Google reviews, though. If you put something on Google reviews that you hired ABC company and they did a horrible job, they can't get that off.
Wow.
That's another thing to look for, too. If you have a company that has no reviews, probably because they just started, or they had ABC company last year, guess what? They have LMNOP company this year because they had so many bad reviews at ABC company that they had to start another company.
Wow.
So you got to be careful who you're hiring. Look at what people are saying. And everybody says, from both bolt fences and decks, that we were polite. We showed up on time. We do the little extra things. We had just a little thing, we did a job for an older lady, and it was a whole fence on one side of her property, and because she had a problem with the neighbors, and it was like a drug house or something like that. So we did a really nice high fence. But I noticed her back porch. This lady was 87 years old or something. Wow. She was really old. And her back porch had all this green moss stuff growing on it, and just because it was just from age. And so I got the guys back there. We power washed it, and then we let it dry, and then we put these strips on there so she wouldn't slip off the porch.
Nice. Yeah.
It's just little things like that, and the appreciation we got just for that stupid little thing. It wasn't stupid to them, and it wasn't stupid to me.
No.
But it only took us a few hours to do it.
Right.
But she was so appreciative.
Oh, absolutely. And again,
just little things like that,
taking care of the best interests is certainly what I've seen Bolt do. And of course, being a reputable company, being number one for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow. So, you were singing the song the last time.
We're number one!
Sorry, folks. You're not going to be coming in the band, just so you know. I'm a musician.
Oh, come on!
But the other thing a lot of people ask about, Mike, is, and it's such an important question, and something I don't even think about sometimes, but I do because of the music business that I'm in. Insurance. What about insurance and WSIB?
Okay, any company that you're gonna have come and do a quote for you, ask them this plain and simple. Do you have insurance? And most of them say, oh yeah. Well, car insurance doesn't count. Not only do they have insurance, I want to see your insurance. This is why. So let's say I go do your fence, and I'm just some guy off Kijiji, or you got me off the internet, you barely know me. I come and do your fence, and I cut my hand off on the saw. Ooh, well, I'm going to sue you because I did it on your property. Guess what? You know what? I'm going to win because you didn't do your due diligence to make sure that the contractor you hired had insurance. So I will sue you for, hey, if I cut off my right hand, now I can never work again. Guess what? I'm going to own your house now.
Yeah.
Or even worse, you'll pay them forever.
Speaking of paying, what about financial? Do you have any assistance for that?
Oh, we have financing now too.
Nice.
Yeah. Another thing too is WSIB. Are all their guys covered under WSIB? You know, if somebody gets hurt on your property, I'm covered. I mean, it costs us a little bit more to operate properly.
Right.
So we have $5 million liability. We have WSIB that all our guys are covered by.
Great.
And like I said, now, let's say the job turned out a little bit bigger than you thought it was, we do offer financing too.
Well, that's good to know. Some of the other things, of course, I know some people say, well, if you're going to ask a contractor, can you start tomorrow? What do you think of that type of...
No. Do you want to start? I would never hire a guy that can start tomorrow.
Right.
Why can they start tomorrow? Because they're not busy.
That's right.
Why aren't they busy? Because they probably aren't very good contractors. Because any contractor that's worth his salt is busy.
Yeah.
Especially in this time. This COVID time, everybody's doing work around their houses. And you get a guy that can start, I can start, well, I can't start tomorrow because I got to take the kids to basketball practice or whatever. But I can start the day after. No. Don't even go there because there's a reason they're not busy, and you don't want to find out the hard way why they're not busy.
Yeah. So asking maybe for a description of their job and their current job, if in fact they are.
You know what's the best? You know what's the best thing to do? Let's say I hire you. What job are you doing right now? Not a job. Hey, can I see some jobs you've done in the past? Because I can get you to come and see my Aunt Thelma, who I just did a fence for. She's never going to say anything bad about me. It's my Aunt Thelma. But where are you working right now? Can I come and see your work? And maybe talk to the customer. Talk to the customer before they come down. Ask them, is it okay if I do that? But talk to the customers where they're working right now. Not just some guy that they handpick, because everybody's done one good job in their life. So they're going to handpick that customer all the time. And yeah, they were on time, they were polite, they cleaned up after themselves.
Yeah, very important.
Oh, when I'm finished there, you can barely tell that we were there.
Yeah.
We clean up. I remember I got posts done on my property. It was about 25 years ago, and it was before I was in the fence and deck business. And this guy came and put posts in for me, and he never cleaned up the dirt. He didn't. He just put the posts in and
Wow.
see you later. Yeah, well, I wasn't there at the time. I was out of town on business or something. I can't remember. I came home, and there was a big circle of dirt around each post. Well, guess what? 2 days later, all the grass is dead.
Yeah.
They didn't clean up after themselves. They didn't do anything.
Wow.
So now I had to reseed around every single post. I mean, sometimes it's a construction site. There's, the grass is going to be a little worn out where the machinery was running on, but it's a construction site.
Right.
It's you're gonna have to put a little bit of seed down, but these guys didn't even bother trying to clean up.
Right.
And this I learned from all these bad contractors. I had one contractor do my kitchen once too. Bad contractor.
So you're speaking from experience, of course, through your own experiences, and of course that's something you're never going to pass on to your customers.
No.
You're number one for the last 3 years for good reason, reputable company. Now, if they do want to get in touch with you, what's the number that they can reach at?
905-688-BOLT. That's 688-2658.
Well, we're very, very honored to be able to come and ask you some more questions. We'll be doing this a couple times through the month of March and into the summer. And again, hopefully you enjoy it. And if you got any questions you'd like to ask us, send them to Bolt Fence and Decks. And Mike, is there any contact information that they could send some of the questions to?
If you have any questions, send them to Angie. Angie has this vast storehouse of knowledge, and she knows how to use the phone system.
Very, very good.
We have this fancy schmancy phone system that I still can't figure out. But that's why I surround myself by really smart people.
That's right. And they could send the answers and messages to Facebook as well, I think.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
But go to like Angie.Labreche@boltuc.com. So that's ANGIE.LAB as in Bob RECHE at BOLT as in Tom UC, so Bolt Under Construction.com.
Very good. So
Angie.Labreche@boltuc.com. Email her, and she always she's like really
Right.
My snapper's not working.
There it is.
What's going on here? There.
Well, that's cool. So then Angie can get those questions to us, and then we can do another little podcast. And again, thank you so very much. And again, we're practicing the COVID-19 protocols, so that everyone's safe and well, and we can get over this and get back to almost a normal life. But for now, enjoy your Porta backyard. I have your own villa in your backyard.
That's right.
How cool is that?
And just one last thing. I know the guys are going to be on your property. They will be working under COVID rules. So please, like, I know you want to go and talk to them, but make sure that we're 6 feet apart. If you have to ask them anything, just go over and give them a big hug. I have to keep my guys safe as much as we need to keep you safe. So please, let's all follow the COVID rules and all live a happy life.
Absolutely. On behalf of Bolt Fences and Decks, Mike Labreche, thank you so very much for all the answers that we received today.
Well, Chico, thank you very much too.
I love it.